You're the serving team and the return has been hit to your partner. How do you get to the non-volley zone in the most effective way and without getting killed? Hey everybody, it's CJ Johnson. If you want the best pickleball information for the player who's over 50, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and then the bell notification so you know when I post a new video. I'm curious because I think this is pretty common. When you first learned how to play pickleball, were you told to run to the kitchen line no matter what? Put a yes or a no in the comments below. That's exactly what I was taught. Running to the net is great advice if A, you're the returning team. You should get there as fast as you can. Or B, if you happen to be playing with a 5.0 pickleball player who's extremely consistent. If not, you probably found out relatively quickly that when you're the serving team, running to the net as fast as you can is not always the best strategy. Now, if the return was hit to you, it's pretty easy to understand what's going on. After all, you can feel and you know what type of shot you're hitting. When the return has gone to your partner, it requires a little bit more awareness. If that return's going to my partner, I know they're going to do one of three things. They're going to hit a lob, a drive, or a drop. No matter what shot my partner is going to hit, my first move is to take a small step into the court just inside of the baseline. That small step into the court gives me the ability to run for a shot that my opponents may drop short at the net while remaining in a defensive position until I can see the trajectory of the shot that my partner hit. Now I want to look at my partner to see what shot they chose, and then I want to be aware of the trajectory of the ball. Those things will determine how I move to the net. Let's start with the lob. Unquestionably, this is the least favorite shot I want to see my partner hit. In fact, I cringe when I see them do it. Our opponents are already at the non-volley zone and they have already taken away our time. If they hit this lob anything but perfect, there's now a smash coming back towards me and my partner. We don't want to move to the net. Our only choice here is to get down and to get into a defensive position to simply keep the ball in play and to try to reset the point. If they happen to hit a good lob and you watch the trajectory of the ball, that's when you should start moving forward. If you can't tell by the trajectory alone, if you see your opponents turn to move backward, that's a good sign that you and your partner should run to the non-volley zone. Hella is in the red shirt and her partner, who's off camera, hits a third shot lob. You can see her watch the trajectory of the shot. At first, it looks like she's getting ready to defend. Then it appears that she thinks the ball is out. When they both realize the ball is in, they make a mad dash for the non-volley zone. Next, let's talk about the drive. Most players have a very different setup for the drive versus a drop shot. So watch how your partner prepares to hit the ball. If you see the drive coming, you may want to stop your movement towards the net. Your opponents are already positioned at the non-volley zone and they have taken away your reaction time. By staying back just a little bit, you put yourself in a better position to defend a well-blocked drive. If I see my partner set up for the drop shot, I need to pay attention to the trajectory of the ball. Do I think that when that ball bounces, it will bounce with the apex below the net and therefore be less attackable? If that's my thought, then I want to go ahead and move closer to the non-volley zone. Another cue is if I see my opponents starting to bend. That means they think the ball is dropping relatively low, and that's like a green light. Move towards the net. I need to be prepared to stop the minute I think it's either an attackable shot or my opponents are ready to hit. The minute Jeannie sees my return headed towards Peter, she steps inside the baseline. She gives a brief glance to Peter, starts to move forward, but watches the trajectory of the ball. The moment she realizes it's attackable, she does a split step and gets ready to defend. She watches her partner hit the next shot, and when she realizes it's more attackable, she takes an additional step backward, which puts her in a better position to defend the next shot. One additional point, when you move forward, you want to keep the distance between you and your partner relatively similar. If there's a large gap front to back, you're in a vulnerable position that's difficult to defend. It takes time and practice to develop a visual sense based on the trajectory of the ball and then move your body accordingly. But here's something that will help you. Stand at the baseline and try to hit unattackable third shot drops into the kitchen. As you hit the shot, call out yes if you think it's attackable or no if you think it's not. Your partner at the net should attack anything that's high over the net. Make sure to give this a thumbs up or share it with your pickleball playing friends, because together we can train smart, live bold, and age well.